Hi, welcome to NicheCraft. My name is Kassi and I am your host, and today we are going to be flipping through this new book I got, which I cannot wait to share with you guys. But first, I got some happy mail and I'm so excited about it. And my happy mail was from a subscriber named Deb, and I know exactly who that is. And she said, "Hi Kassi, I got this basically as a bonus for a project bag. And yellow is just not really her favorite color, but she thinks that maybe I might be, and that I can put this to good use." And she said, "Love your channel," and I really, really appreciate that. And just look at how beautiful this yellow is. I'm gonna move the book so you can see the yellow without really flashy distraction. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Now I can definitely do something with this yellow yarn. I am really, really looking forward to it. Oh, it's so pretty. Sorry, I was just admiring it. I wasn't even thinking. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I really, really love it. Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you. And I really, really appreciate it. So that said, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that I got some happy mail and to share that joy, because that just made my day when I saw it. All right, so the book that I wanted to share with you guys today is called Crochet More Than 130 Techniques and Stitches. And this is put out by DK Publishing, and that stands for Dorling Kindersley. So it doesn't ring a bell for me, but just so you guys know, that's how you can find it. And I got it, well, actually Greg got it for me at Books A Million when he went to get our daughter some books, because she likes actually touching books. I prefer the Kindle. So anyway, I thought it was really nice. So definitely thanks to Greg for getting this for me. And I mean, this is really great. So here's the deal. So first thing, I cannot flip through every single page and show you every single pattern and all of that, because this is copyrighted, of course. But what I can do is show you a really nice overview of what the book's about, and also share with you by flipping through it real quick and all of that kind of stuff. What I think this book is really great at doing is that it's really great for people who are tactile learners, or people who, as they're learning, they want to make something, you know? So it's like, for example, I noticed when I flipped through this book the first time that it would like teach a few techniques, and then it would give you a project you could make with that. And so it was really nice and immersive in that case. A lot of the knitting and crochet books that I have are more visual. And while this is definitely visual, there's lots of pictures and all of that, I really like that they appeal to the more kinesthetic or tactile learners, those who learn by doing. Just a really great book that I'm sure is really valuable just for that, because now people know what they could use for that. So at the very beginning, we've got the title page, and we've got the content. So I want to go ahead and go over the content. So we've got a section on tools, and they go over yarns, hooks, and other equipment that you're going to need. And then they go to techniques, where they cover basic stitches. And then you have all these different projects you can make after you learn these basic stitches, like a beaded necklace, a bracelet, striped washcloths, self-fringing scarves, glasses case, a textured pillow, party bunting, a coaster set, a pot holder, and a circular pillow. And then it shows you all of these other things, like how to follow a crochet pattern, how to take care of your crochet, different stitch techniques. They have embellishments, crochet edges, circular crochet, open work crochet, color work crochet, unusual stitches and yarns, crocheted toys, felted crochet. As you can tell, they have got it all. And they even, if you want to make sure that you can just see all the different projects, they've got several, you know, in each one of these. They've got blankets and pillows, homes and gifts, hats and scarves, gloves, socks, and slippers. What to wear. So this would be, you know, something that you could make for either a child or yourself, or just, you know, basically wearables. Toys, bags, and then we've got the glossary and index. So it's really, really easy to find what you want in this, especially with the index here in the back, you know, so it really helps. So, I mean, they've made sure that you can find what you want to find. And of course, what's on this page right here are some pictures of some of the different patterns that they can teach you, that they're going to be teaching you in this book, which is great. And I didn't say this before, and I don't know if you guys could tell, but this is a pretty big book, okay? It's got a lot of stuff in it. So first, I'm going to go to the tools section, okay? And so, I mean, it's just got such great things. It talks about different kinds of fiber right here, you know, and basically what that means is basically from merino wool to alpaca to string to bamboo and cotton, all of that kind of stuff. Let me go ahead and, sorry about that, just wanted to make sure you guys could see. So they've got that, and then they talked to you about different weight, which is basically how thick the yarn's going to be. And then the yarn labels, I love this. This stuff is something that people need to be able to read, and I love that a lot of books, at least of late, have been including this in them. Basically, what these mean, you know. So like it's funny because like when Greg will see these, sometimes he'll be like, you know, I'll ask him what's the care instructions, and he'll be like, hand with 2 dots, no triangles. You know, and an iron with an eye, you know, something like that. But I mean, this actually means hand wash warm. This means hand wash cold. Do not bleach is that no triangles. Do not dry clean is the no circle, and on and on and on. Just, you know, gives you the care instructions. So okay, and then they even do some color, you know, and they talk about different kinds of hooks. Look at all those different kinds of hooks. And they even have this nice conversion chart where they talk about EU sizes, US sizes, and the old UK sizes, which I didn't even know that there was an old UK size. But anyway, so you've got those. Of course, all the different supplies you'll need. And now we've got techniques. So what I've noticed about the techniques is that this is what they're talking about when they talk about how to do basic stitches, how to make a slip knot, all of the kind of beginner stuff that you're going to need to know. So, you know, we talk about holding the yarn and the non-dominant hand, how to hold the crochet hook, you know, how to make a slip knot. You know, and they're showing several ways that you can, talking about tension, how to chain, and how to slip stitch. So that's nice right there. So basically the next thing they do is that they show you how to make a beaded necklace with this chain. So I'm going to be kind of going a little bit faster now that we've got these, because again with the copyrights and everything. So we've got this beaded necklace, which is cool. How to make a chunky bracelet. And then we've got the single crochet, and then how to make striped washcloths with the single crochet, the half double crochet, and then they have a scarf that features a half double crochet. Again, it's really, you can apply it really well. And then here's the glasses case that uses a half double crochet stitch. Then they have a double crochet stitch. So as you can see, it's really nice as it just kind of builds, like it gives you something to learn, and it's something very simple, and then it gives you something you can make with it. And I just really love that. It's very involving. This is the kind of book that I would have liked to have maybe when I was 12. Okay, so of course the textured pillow here is featured with that. Then we've got the treble crochet, the double treble, and the triple treble. And then different kinds of shapings, like for example, going the back loop, going into the front loop, chaining, you know, when you make more chains to make a project larger, and probably decreases are going to be coming out around here too. And then they go into showing you how to make party bunting. Now they start telling you about how to work in the round. So it looks like they have a magic loop technique that doesn't look as scary as the typical magic loop technique with your fingers. So I'm gonna have to really study this to see if I can finally make a magic loop, because seriously, I'm right. I think it's magic because it's impossible to do. All right. So, you know, so now that we can work in the round, we can make our coasters, pot holders here. And so I just love how, I love this pillow. I was trying to look for this earlier, and I couldn't find it, and now I see it. So yeah, because I'm flipping through it, right? Anyway, yeah, so it's got like, it really builds on everything that you learn, so you can immediately get started working on these things. And now it's just talking about basically how the stitches come, you know, how that correlates to the symbols. A lot of people prefer to read symbols charts instead of patterns like this, because it's more visual. Maybe it applies to their spatial reality a little bit better. And while I can do both, I think I prefer the written out terms. But anyway, so it starts teaching you how to read the symbols in a visual pattern. And here we've got blocking and seams. Now blocking is what you do when you want, for example, if you're making an afghan out of multiple blocks, or granny squares, you might want all of those blocks to be exactly the same size, but maybe, you know, between the different days that you're crocheting, your gauge, you know, shifts a little bit. Blocking takes care of that for us. So that's something. And then they're talking about how to seam things up, different stitches you can use for that, how to darn, you know, how to weave in your ends, how to make different kinds of embellishments. These, you know, like a tassel or a poof for that. And then, you know, they're going over care of crochet in this. It's like, you invested so much time in making your objects. Here's how you make sure you take care of it. And this is so important. I mean, it really is. And then different stitch techniques. Again, this is just kind of talking about how to go in between stitches and how to go through a loop and all of that kind of stuff. You know, and different sculptural, like these, you know, we've got these knitting or crocheting 3 together, or, you know, 2 together, whatever, and all of that. So now we have some flower garland, and again, here is one of those stitch patterns like that. So learning how to read those can, you know, it really helps, because they give you the written out pattern, but then they also go ahead and give you the stitch. And then here we have some different textured patterns here. And then embellishments. I mean, it's just got so many different things here. You know, how to make buttons, and they're talking about inserting polyfill in the buttons to make those. Different finishing details, edging, basically how to make all these different kinds of beautiful edgings. And then even how to crochet a border around a regular, like, felt blanket or something like that, or edges around a existing pillow, which can add a nice touch. Circular crochet, so this would be, you know, crocheting in the round and crocheting the granny squares, which they've got that traditional granny square there, which is good. And then they have some other granny square patterns, which I absolutely love that. I love learning new granny square patterns, so they've got all sorts of those. Here is that long loop flower. I have a video tutorial on how to do that. It's very, very simple. It's so simple that it probably doesn't even need a tutorial, but I have one on that. And then different open work. Some people also call this mesh. So this open work kind of looks like a trellis. And so anyway, when you learn how to read a crochet chart like this, then you can make these kinds of beautiful like patterns here. And I'm expecting to teach you guys how to make a tablecloth by doing some open work patterns. I have a pattern that I found that has different leaves on it, and I'd really love to put a tutorial on how to make a tablecloth with different leaves on it for fall. So that's something that I have kind of up my sleeve here. But we've got different, different kinds of things that you can make there. Of course, different kinds of meshes. And then we've got a mesh scarf that you can make. Here's color work, and that's basically using multiple colors at the same time. I mean, yeah, that looks beautiful right there. Mosaic crochet is my personal favorite thing to use that for, but some people really like graph gans. This is what would be like a graph for how to make a crafter's wrap, which is really cool. And you see it rolls up and you can put your crafts in there and everything. I always think those things are cool. So yeah, I mean, I really love this book. I think that it's just really, really nice. Now it's got the Tunisian crochet, and I have to admit, I have not learned how to use Tunisian crochet yet, but that doesn't mean I won't try eventually. And Tunisian crochet is very beautiful, and so it shows you how to do that. This broomstick lace, I want to learn how to do that. So that's something that I kind of have on my to-do list when it comes to crochet. I really like how it has a section on unusual yarns, or basically yarns you would use to make different kinds of baskets and, for example, rugs and stuff like that. I really like that. So this is how to make how to use ribbon yarn or rag strip crochet. And now we have the Crocheted Toys. So of course we have some toys that are basically like amigurumi here, and they also teach you how to felt, which is great as well. And then these are the projects that, and I went over those with you guys, but we're just going to quickly flip through. So we've got this flower blanket and a lap blanket. Here's a colorful granny blanket. Now this is the solid granny square, and I have a tutorial for that if you want to check that out. Here's a baby blanket. All right, so we've got a chevron pillow, and it has buttons so that you can close it like that. We have a granny pillow. I think this owl pillow is cute. So under home and gifts, of course, we've got those baskets. And I have a tutorial on baskets, but there's all sorts of different ways you can make baskets. So we've got that. Different structures, baskets with handles and all of that kind of good stuff. Hanging toy baskets. I've thought I would really like to have some hanging baskets that I can display yarn in because I think that would look cool. Oh, this rug. I want to make this rug. I think it looks really cool. Stool covers. I mean, they've just got everything. These ottomans. See, when I was looking up that pillow that I saw, I was thinking it was an ottoman. So when I saw these, I was like, no, that's not what it was. But it was a pillow. But yeah, I love these ottomans that you can make with crochet. And of course, how to make different kinds of just, all the different kinds of like gifts that you could make and toys and everything, like the octopus mobile, which is cute. Cat basket. Of course, baby wants me to make him one of those. I love these Filigree bookmarks. I absolutely love them. A book cover. Haven't used one of those in a while, but I was thinking about this, and I made myself a Kindle cover once. It's basically just like this. It's a pouch, and I thought maybe this would make a good Kindle cover, or maybe even a phone cover. So it's got a pin cushion, which is nice. And we've got hats and scarves, so we've got different that's so cute. So we've got different kinds of hats. And again, you've got a lot of instructions here, and you've learned everything you need to learn in order to make these. This is a beret. I would be very interested in seeing a little bit more of it, like what's underneath that, because like I can't really visualize how that fits on a head, because to me it just looks like a circle. I love this lacy scarf. It's probably a nightmare to make something like this, but it looks so pretty. I don't think that, really, I don't think that it's my personal style, but I'd love to make this for a friend. You know, it's just such a, I don't know, it's so gorgeous and exuberant. And then here is a broomstick lace shawl. Again, I just love that broomstick stitch. I want to make something like this. A tweed stitch cowl, a chunky scarf, you know, gloves, socks, and slippers. So we're gonna, you know, so we've got some wrist warmers, mittens, more wrist warmers. I love these. Okay, so these are fingerless mitts, so you can have them in this at this point, and you can have like regular mittens, right? And then watch this. When I turn the page, you can see you can take this and you can just attach it to the button because it opens up, and then you can use your fingers. I love that idea, and I really want to make some for everybody in my family. So here we've got these little baby booties. I think that they're so cute. I wish that I could make them in my size. And then these pretty women's soft slippers. Oh, and these socks. I know you guys who've been with me for a while know that I have not been able to crochet a sock before. I was able to knit one, but I didn't knit its partner. But I think that I'm going to try to make either these socks or not this one, but the next one. Maybe? Oh, I thought there was another one. I guess it's this one. Yeah, I'd really love to make some socks. I finally got it in my head that I'm going to do it. So, so this is in the what to wear. So we've got this little crossover cardigan for babies, and you know, any kind of thing like this that you want to translate to an adult size as far as clothing goes, like, you know, just take measurements for it and then take your own measurements, and it's pretty easy to convert. And if you have any kind of issues in converting, for example, a baby's pattern to an adult pattern, go ahead and send me an email. I would be happy to help you figure out how to convert that, because it's usually pretty easy. So we've got this. We've got a little child's poncho. So like for the poncho, for example, you'd make a bigger round to make it into a adult size. And we've got this striped sweater. I like that one a lot. I love this child's hoodie. When I was a kid, I had a Little Red Riding Hood robe that matched a Little Red Riding Hood nightie. And the robe was like my favorite thing to wear. There's so many pictures of me in that robe, and this reminded me of that. I mean, I was very little. I was like between like, I think 3 and 6. So we've got this summer tunic dress with the buttons over there, which I always love that style. Oh, I love this sweater. Now this one's cropped. I don't like crop tops. I think I've grown out of crop tops. I think I grew out of them when I had my second child. But I do like this, and you can always just keep going, you know, until it's the length that you want for yourself. So I think that I might make this for myself. That's another thing. This book actually has projects in it that I know I'm going to make. So that's really nice. This, oh my goodness, look at it. This is my favorite pattern in the whole book. Look at that. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I'm afraid that I wouldn't even be able to make that. I do know that I need to learn a couple of techniques that I don't think I know yet in order to make this, but it looks like it uses Solomon's knots, which is kind of an advanced technique, but I'll have to look closer. I haven't actually read over it, but I just love the way that looks. It looks so luxurious. Oh, I just love that. I don't think that I would use it. I mean, it's because it's like hanging up on a bed, so it kind of looks like it's supposed to be a robe. I would definitely use it as a cardigan. It's so pretty. I love that. I even know some yarn that I could use to make one. I could use the Kramer yarn. It's real thin, but that would look really good. Can't stop looking at that picture. I need to go on. Okay, so we have some toys here. So we've got some little rattles, which I think are so cute. And a big ball, which is cute. And so we've got an elephant amigurumi pattern with the baby and the mummy. And then we've got a little rag doll, which I think is precious. I love the way they did the nose on her. And then an amigurumi penguin. And a floppy-eared bunny. I see so many patterns of floppy-eared bunnies that are kind of like that. Okay, and then one of these loveys, you'll see, like, so this one has a polar bear on it, or it's just got a little bear face here and some arms. Then they've got little different colored pastel balls around the 4 points. But if you lay it flat, you can see how this is just a big square. And then they add the balls here, and then they add on top of that, right in the middle, they add that that head and the arm. So you get this little lovey that's also doubles as a, just as a stuffy. So I think that's so cool. I think that's cute. Here we've got some finger puppets, different ones. I like the lion. I think the lion's cute with his little mane. It's so cute. And then I think I also like that alligator. And then we've got some bags, and oh my goodness, these are so pretty. Seems like I'm good at making bags, but I'm terrible at making these straps to go with it. I think I need to practice that a little bit. But yeah, see, these straps are so big. They're so wide compared to what I would think I'd need. And there's 2 of them, I don't think I would have thought to put 2 straps on there. So like that, I need to work on my idea of doing that. In fact, maybe I should make this right here so I can learn the right way to do it. But I really like the idea of making bags. I've just, and I've made some that I really like, but I've never really made a bag that I'm super, super satisfied with. So, and then of course a clutch bag, which is pretty. And a little turtle backpack. I think that's so cute. And what do you bet that turtle backpack would be a really cute, like, ottoman or child's toy, child's pillow even, without the straps on it? Wouldn't that be cute? I think it's great. I really think that's cute. Then we've got little change purses, which are always nice. And now we're to the glossary and the index. So, what do you guys think about this? Isn't this a great book? I've been talking about it for a very long time, and I think it deserves it. I would give this 5 stars easily, as long as the person who is picking out this book knows that they're not going to get a whole lot of... this isn't going to be a Stitch dictionary, okay? This is not going to be the place to go to learn a whole bunch of different stitches. This is a place to go to learn how to quickly learn how to crochet, especially if you're a beginner, and how to make different kinds of projects. I think that it's really amazing. It's really, really a good book. At Books A Million, for me, as of 2022, it was a little bit pricey. I saw the receipt and I was like, "Ugh, that's kind of high," but it does give you a whole lot of stuff. So definitely, I would recommend it. If I can find a link, I will link it in the description to like Amazon, and just really, really delighted with this. So, oh, and I also wanted to show you that they also published a sewing book and a knitting book. So I bet that those would both be interesting if you're interested in sewing or knitting. Definitely, I would say check that out too. I might check out that knitting one. I don't knit as much as I crochet, but yeah. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Again, Deb, thank you so much for my Happy Mail. I really appreciate that. I really love this book. I just wanted to throw that in again in case you didn't get it the first few times. You guys are so great, and I have really enjoyed reading your comments lately, and I have not been able to reply to all of them because the channel's growing and all of that, but just know that I read every single one of your comments. If I put a heart on it, then I've read it, okay? And if I don't put a heart on it, then I just haven't read it yet. So just know that you guys are just such wonderful subscribers. You guys really, really lift me up with your comments, and I just want to thank you guys for being so kind to me and so sweet to me, because I'm not really used to it. I mean, I am with Greg and the kids. They're great and everything, but I don't know. I've just never really been told a whole lot by people other than my parents that, you know, I make a big difference, and it really feels good knowing that you guys really like my channel. If you were watching this the day that it goes up, my third crochet along square is going to be posted later on today in the afternoon. Okay, that said, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I think you'd really like my channel. It's got a whole lot of different kinds of stuff on it and tutorials, and go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed this. I just really appreciate that. All right, guys. Oh, I have 2 giveaways going on right now, so you guys might want to get in on that, okay? Alrighty. I will see you soon with another video. Bye for now.